the brief time that we have here in this room, we have something rather serious and joyous to attend to. And I'd like to explain what it is that we're going to be doing and why it's important and why we should give it our heartfelt attention. So for all of us in the room who are past the age of bar bat mitzvah, say 12, 13, 14 years old, if you were to look back when you were in middle school or high school, can you imagine one piece of advice that you wish someone had given you about life, love, work, growth, what it means to be a human being, what's important as a human being? If someone could have told you the one thing you needed to know so you could have avoided something in your life that brought either a lot of pain to you or pain to another person. So the idea that we human beings don't come into our adult lives with enough wisdom is the basic premise of the bar bat mitzvah. Our tradition tells us that the law of the divine is written on our hearts. But the problem is, most of us, at crucial moments in our lives, we can't find our way to our hearts. So we do things, we say things that are hurtful to ourselves and others. We misinterpret the world. We don't have our values straight. And after a lot of life, oftentimes a lot of mistakes, a lot of experience, we look back and we understand how we could have done things better. So that's why in our tradition we have two understandings of what you might call the divine instruction for human being is both placed in our hearts that we access through our conscience, but we also have the Torah scroll, which represents a tradition of wisdom. So people who have gone through enough life have commented on our Torah that came into being about 3,000 years ago and filled it with commentary, and this commentary forms a very, very alive and diverse fabric of wisdom. And our theory is that if we study it carefully and deeply, and we bring into it, you might say, an open heart and a clear mind, and we do it continuously, we can train our thoughts, our hearts, our emotions to live life in such a way that we don't have to make every mistake of the previous generation. That's our hope. So how do we induct a person into this kind of life? How do we induct a person and say to you, unfortunately, in addition to life being filled with joy and love and happiness and pleasure and success, unfortunately, it's a lot of rough stuff. And we want to prepare you to take advantage of the moments of joy and goodness and how to get through the rough things with grace and dignity and clarity. The most important thing of the service today is going to be Jake's interpretation of his Torah portion. But he's worked very hard to enter into that moral depth of the text. And our theory is, if he can enter deeply into the moral depth of that text, which means he has to bring his own depth to bear. If he can do that now, and he can continue to do it. And by the way, Jake has shared, he's really enjoyed this, and I'm taking at his word. You continue to do this, you come into adult life with a little more consciousness. So Jake's talk is going to be the evidence that he's done the thinking and he's begun the path. Personally speaking, I want to share with you that my wife, Mirav, and I have known Mark for going on 18 years, and we met Kelly at that time, obviously, as well. We've watched their children either grow or come into the world, and it's been one of the most delightful relationships we've had for nearly a couple decades of our lives. And I know that when we met as clients, in fact, one of Mark's great successes sitting here in the front row. Shuli, would you please stand up and wave to the crowd? Okay. So when we began our relationship with Mark as our doctor, very quickly it turned into a friendship. And we know we met a man of great depth and great values, and it's been a real pleasure to be part of your family, be in your home, have you in our home for Shabbos and Sukkot and so forth. And it's a real pleasure to be here today in the joyous, this great joyous moment of your family.
חיים אוהב ימים לראותו מי האיש החפץ חיים אוהב ימים לראותו.
First of all, I want to thank so many of you for coming here this evening to share in this the joy of Jake becoming a bar mitzvah. It really warms my heart. You've all taken the time to do this. Thank you. This is a very important day for Jake, becoming a man. To be an adult is not knowing the answers, but rather having the awareness that all the questions are to be asked. It's the beginning of an adventure, leading to the search and the quest for knowledge. My son has begun that quest, and I'm very, very proud of him. He's done a wonderful job, and the values and the traditions that he'll carry forward are a blessing to our whole family. I love you.
Jake, this is an important tradition. You give me a lot of pride, and in an ancient tongue called Yiddish, it's called nakas. And this is an unwritten language. It says you become a mensch. And a lot of people don't know these words because it is unwritten. Like a lot of tradition, it's passed on from generation to generation, as this talit is passed on to you from me. My father gave me one, his father gave him one, and so on for thousands of years. And it carries with it, as the rabbi said, the ability to make your own choices and to really become a man, which, in my view, you already are.
Let Jake try. One second. This is one of those breaking away moments where Jake puts on his own talis. But Jake, come forward. It's okay.
All right. Sir.
Okay, here you go. This is it.
Okay.
This is it. Take it away.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'kitatev b'tzitzit.
Amen.
That was a little.
Okay.
Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch leolam va'en, Adonai oz le'amo yiten, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Av harachamim Heitiva virtzoncha et Zion Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Ki vecha levad batachnu Melech el ram benisa Adon olamim.
ויבן so אהרון ויאמר משה
Kuma Adonai Ve'afutzu oivecha Ve'anusu mesanecha mipanecha Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah Udevar Adonai Mirushalayim.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Gadol Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
גדול אדוני, ומרומם שמו יחדיו.
לך אדוני הגדולה והגבורה
התפארת הנצח וההוד, כי הוא בשמיים ובארץ,
כי כל בשמיים ובארץ. לך
אדוני
הממלכה והמית נעשה לכל ראש. הילולה,
כל שבת התורה,
הילולה,
גאולה תפילה,
הילולה,
נפתחה נעילה,
הילולה.
ואלינו במחילה השכינה חרבה.
Kodesh asher tikun otam u'mo'adam ba'chodesh harishon ba'asa la'chodesh ben Pesach l'Adonai ובחמישה היום לחודש הזה על כמצות שבעת ימים מצות אוכל ביום הראשון מכל קודש יהיה לכם אותה לא תעשו. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו לעולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם לעשות את חיים. ברוך אתה אדוני
Baruch Shemo.
נותן התורה.
Now that you have, Jay, completed the most important symbolic act in becoming a Baal Star, we have a special blessing for Sarah. Make that mark in the young person reads from the Torah for the first time, we shower them gently, kindly, with sweets. We don't actually throw, we loft into the air. We thank you, God, for the strength that you have granted to Mark and Kelly as they've raised Jake so that he could reach this time. We ask you to guide them to recognize his new growth as a human being and his proper place as an adult among the Jewish people. And for Jake, we say to you, may the God who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, Bless you who have come up to this day for an aliyah, reading of the Torah, upon reaching the age of mitzvot, with reverence for God, respect for our traditions and the Sabbath day. Jake, may the Holy One protect you and sustain you through all your life. May God help you be wholehearted in the study of your faith, fulfilling the commandments and walking in God's ways. And may your parents continue to rear you to maturity, guiding you to the blessings of Torah, a life filled with good deeds. And Jake, may you always find favor before God and before all people. We say together, Amen,
Amen.
and Mazel Tov.
Mazel tov.
Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov,
Yehelanu. Siman tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and siman tov. Siman tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and siman tov. Siman tov and mazel tov, mazel tov and siman tov. Yehelanu.
Yitkadav, Yitkadash, Shemel Rabba. Madi Vachiote, Vemli Pachute, Vechayechon Uyom Nechon, Uchayedecho Be'Yisrael, Ba'agala, Uizman Kari, V'imeru, Amen. Heshme Rabba Mevorach, Olam Lo Me'amaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach Ve'yishtabach, Yitbar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh, V'yitada, V'yitale, V'yitala, Shemede Kudesha, V'yihu, Olam Yinko B'chata V'shirata, Tush B'hata V'nechemata, Tamiran Velma, Imeru, Amen.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה, וזאת התורה, וזאת התורה אשר שם משה, וזאת התורה.
My Torah portion is called More, from the book of Leviticus. The book of Leviticus does not have many narratives. It is mostly a book of law. The main laws in my Torah portion are about the holidays. All of the Jewish holidays in the Bible are discussed: Passover, Shavuot, Sukkot, Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur. I was mostly interested in the three festivals: Passover, or as it is said in Hebrew, Pesach. The other two holidays are Shavuot and Sukkot. Pesach is a holiday in which we celebrate the liberation of Israelites from Egypt. Today we celebrate Pesach at the Passover Seder, where we tell the story of liberation from Egypt. Shavuot is a holiday in which we celebrate the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. Shavuot occurs 7 weeks after Passover. 7 weeks had to pass in order for us to rid ourselves of the feeling of being subject to our Egyptian taskmasters. We believe that there is no legitimate master for a human being other than God. When we are free from slavery, we can hear the word of the divine. Sukkot is a holiday in which we commemorate the protection of the Jewish people through the 40 years of living in the desert and living in temporary houses. Many Jews today build a temporary hut in the backyard and eat meals there with guests for 7 days of Sukkot. We use this time to feel closeness to God and closeness to those around us. One reason we can feel close to God and others in a sukkah is that in most sukkahs today, many things are not allowed. We're not supposed to bring TVs, CD and DVD players, iPods, cell phones, computers into the sukkah. You end up having to talk to people who are in front of you instead of people on the other end of a signal. What a concept. As I was studying my Torah portion, I was introduced to the inner life study of the Torah, Instead of studying things at their surface level, why don't we look at the deeper meaning within? For example, if Passover is about political liberation, becoming free of a tyrant, what would inner life liberation be? Another word for tyranny is coercion. Since liberation means liberation from coercion, I decided to investigate the idea of coercion. Coercion is defined in the dictionary as a practice of forcing another party or oneself to behave in an involuntary manner, whether through action or inaction, by use of threats, intimidation, trickery, or some other form of pressure or force. In the world, there are two main types of coercion: external and internal. External coercion is when the force of pressure comes from outside oneself. However, internal coercion is when the force of pressure is coming from inside the self, from your own thoughts, feelings, or emotions. Often these pressures that come from within are subconscious. The inner life meaning of liberation from Egypt is liberation from inner coercion. In my life, coercion from within is one of much more significance than external coercion. This is due to the fact that I am very fortunate to have many things. 2 parents that love and care for me, the ability to go to an outstanding school that enables me to grow and learn, and all the resources and basic life essentials that I need to live a life of happiness. Because on the outside I have all I need, my future success and happiness are solely my responsibility to attain by staying on the right path. Although drugs, alcohol, wanting materialistic things, and peer pressure exist in the world around me, I feel I have the power to avoid these coercive forces and live a life of wisdom and happiness. Since the problem of internal coercion is more significant in my life, this is what I like to focus on today. According to the Jewish encyclopedia, man is responsible for sin because he's endowed with free will. Yet he is by nature frail, and the tendency of the mind is to evil. This means that we are likely to go off the right path, but we are responsible for our own actions and have to avoid from being coerced by inner forces. We have the responsibility to stay on the right path. The Torah and history are full of examples of man being coerced from within. We do destructive things to ourselves and others, even though no one forces us. I think this is one reason that we study the Torah and history. Those who did not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. In other words, if we study history of the others who have given in to internal coercion, maybe then we can learn how to overcome it. What are the main types of inner coercion? You can start with the 7 deadly sins mentioned in the Bible: pride, envy, gluttony, lust, anger, greed, and sloth. These sins are portrayed in the stories and law in the Bible, and all 7 of these sins, and many more, still exist in today's society. For example, in the Hebrew Bible, sloth is a great danger. No matter what we want from our lives, if we lack the discipline and the will to get it, all our great ideas are for nothing. In the Bible, sloth meant not working hard and not fulfilling our responsibilities towards God. However, in our modern lives, sloth has also come to mean avoidance of personal responsibilities, procrastination, laziness, etc. For me, sloth is something that is a great challenge and is something that I have to work on. I have to work against sloth in order to maintain good grades in school and later on succeed in life. Sometimes I just feel lazy. I don't want to do my work. There's so many distractions. There's so many things that would give me a more immediate sense of fun. I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one. Right? Sloth is something that everybody has to deal with to a certain extent. One problem with being lazy is that even when you are aware of it, it can still control you. I know when I'm being lazy and procrastinating, even though I'm aware that I have to concentrate on schoolwork. Sometimes I can still get distracted. I have to take the awareness that I'm being distracted and that awareness to one more step. I have to find the ability to get back to work. Finding how to combine the awareness that I am being lazy and the will to get back to work is how I work against the problem of being lazy. I try to keep in mind what my life goals are, not just how I feel at a certain moment. For every one of the deadly sins of the inner life, there is a wisdom for working against it. The main meanings of being a bar mitzvah is a commitment to find that wisdom and develop the discipline to live by that wisdom. If you can see how the sins of the inner life that coerces from within, then you can fight against it. If you're aware that you are suffering from something such as anger, greed, guilt, envy, resentment, you can seek the wisdom and discipline to work against the inner life coercion. If you work against the inner life coercions, then you are prone to live a good life. Someone who does not see the coercion from within cannot fight against it. You can't see the coercion operating inside of you. You won't seek the wisdom and discipline to work against it. You might suffer from it and live a life of greed, lust, or anger. These emotions often take up all our energy. If you have these emotions, you probably will lack deep meaning in life. Their inner coercion will prevent you from seeing how beautiful life can be. The festival of Passover in the inner life dimension is really about fighting the coercion within. The inner life meaning of Shavuot is hearing how God speaks to us from within to keep us on the right path. I think a person whose life is filled with inner coercion becomes deaf to words that comes from the soul. We can hear our own immature needs and complaints. We fall from the right path. I think when we can hear words of the soul, we can feel close to the divine and closeness to other people. We can't be close to God and others if our lives are filled with the pain of the inner sins. I truly hope that my studies that have prepared me for this day will lead me to a life of inner freedom, where I can work against these sins and become a person of virtue. I want to become a person who works hard, a person who fulfills his duties in the world, a person who makes a difference for good. I want to be a person who can enjoy life and love others well. I want to be a person who has the insight into himself and others. I want to be all that I can be. Shabbat Shalom.
We'll now return the Torah to the Ark, and then Mark will have a quick word of blessing for Jake. I'll do the final blessing, and we'll move on to the celebration. Yeah. All right. For the opening and closing the Ark, for the last part of our service, would Kayla and Aaron Suri please come forward? And let's all rise as the Sefer Torah is returned to the Ark. Okay, Mark, can you take Sefer Torah up here?
יהללו את שם אדוני כי נשגב שמו לבדו.
הודו על ארץ ושמיים וירם קרן לעמו תהילה לכל חסידיו לבני ישראל עם קרובו. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Etz chaim hi למחזיקים בה ותומכיה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום.
יהי שלום רבה מן שמיים וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל יאמרו
אמן.
עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל יאמרו amen.
Amen.
Let's all be seated. Both my wife and I have had the real pleasure of working you a couple times a week, putting in some long, hard hours. He went through it very quickly and very fluently. I got to tell you, he read his Torah portion perfectly. If anybody here knows the Hebrew and knows the musical trope, In the Torah scroll itself, there's no vowels, no punctuation, no musical notes. All that has to be memorized, and he did it with absolute perfection. He did his Hebrew today with a lot of dedication, and that just shows the great respect he has for our tradition. You brought perfection to it, and it's a great standard for the rest of your life. Do everything with great skill and great intentionality. I think you would agree that his drash took him to a very deep and good place, and we pray that he continues with that kind of thoughtfulness for the rest of his life. So in honor of his reaching this great moment, we have a certificate for him. This certificate certifies that Jake Hunter Suri is called to the Torah. Torah portion Emor, May 1st, 2010, is signed by myself, my wife Mirav, our Rebbitzin, and by the wonderful vessels of the Holy who have participated in our service today, Willie Aaron, Jacob Cantor, and Ari Salama. So, Jake, this is for you. And my prayer for you is every time you look at this, okay, look out at this room, try to memorize this picture you see right here. Every time you see this, you'll think of this wonderful day. We also have for you a Tanakh, a Hebrew Bible. Go ahead and pull the ribbon. There it is. Knowledge, great knowledge, opening up right before you. Well, it would open up before you if I get this ribbon off. In any case, it is... That's a metaphor, folks. Okay. Very good. All right. He got through it. Okay. So, it's a beautiful Bible. It's an inscription for you. And again, we hope that you continue your studies. You took a few lines of Torah, went to a great place, and every single word in this text is can bear that kind of meaning. And for the last blessing for today, I'd like to call your father up.
Jake, you never cease to amaze me. You're fantastic. Those of you who will notice when you come out, Jake has chosen a snowboarding theme, as he's an excellent snowboarder and enjoys it a lot. And it's occurred to me that when you go snowboarding, you've got a little lift up to the top of the mountain. And that's kind of where you've been throughout your formative years. You've got a lot of help from your mother, myself, your school, the rabbi, lots of folks. Now you're at the top of the mountain, and you can go as you choose. And I know you. You don't cruise the green lanes. You want to go for the powder. You want to go for the bumps, the moguls, the trees. And this is what you'll get out of life, is what you put into it. Huh? The bumps, yeah. The parts, yes, right. And, you have a choice, and you will choose your own way. But I know you, and I think that you're going to make a real impact on society because you're going to choose the tough way. I'm very proud of you.
May God always be present to you. May God fill your life with joy, with happiness, with love and peace. We say together, Amen.
Amen.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. Mazel tov and mazel tov and simon tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and simon tov and mazel tov and simon tov yehelanu simon tov and mazel tov and simon tov and mazel tov and simon tov and mazel tov and simon tov yehelanu yehelanu ולכל עם ישראל יהלנו ולכל עם ישראל יהלנו ולכל ישראל יהלנו ולכל ישראל.
All right. One more song. Go ahead.
עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם, סלאם salam, salam, עלינו ועל כל העולם,
Salam, salam.
And do you ever feel like you're alone? And do you ever wish you
Come on up, come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, up here on the stage with me tonight, we've got Robbie Drums. You have seen him on Oprah. You have seen him on the Oscars. You have seen him playing with U2 all over the place, and he's gonna rock some drums for us. So you guys, give me a beat too. Clap, clap, stomp. Clap, clap, stomp. Clap, clap, stomp. Clap, clap, stomp. Come on. Clap, clap, stomp. Come on. Gotta hear it. Before we bring them in, this side of the room, make some noise, right? Keep it going. Keep that clapping and stomping going. You guys ready to party? Make some noise. Oh, that was weak. This side of the room, are you ready to party? Make some noise. That was a little bit better. That was a little bit better. Right now, focus your attention to the back side of doors. It is time to bring in the man of the hour. It is Jake and his two snow bunnies. Try to face your crowd, Jake. Jake, I want you right in the middle of your logo, right there. Everybody, hands up in the air. On the count of three, someone scream. 1, 2, 3. Clap those hands, clap those hands. Everyone take 4 steps forward. 4 steps forward. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Clap those hands. Clap those hands. Bounce! 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 Come on, Robbie's working. You guys working. Come on. Clap those hands and go. Tonight's the night. Clap those hands. Come Ladies and gentlemen, put your right hand up in the air. Right hand up in the air. Grab the person's hand to your right. Grab the person's hand to your right. Left hand up in the air. Left hand up in the air. Grab the person's hand to your left. Grab the person's hand to your left. Try to form a couple of circles out there on that dance floor. It's time to do the horror. Keep those hands up in the air. Grab the person's hand next to you. Grab the person's hand next to you and circle to the left. Circle to the left. Everybody move. Circle to the left.
holla, 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 hey, break the bread. One more time. Holla, 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 hey, break the bread. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Ready, break.
Do a pancake show, you need a pan. I got a pan right there. A stove. Good. We got cooking spray. This is just cooking spray, okay? It's just oil in a can. This is not hairspray. Don't do that. That is gross. Really gross, okay? Makes my mouth taste like butter. Ladies, I've got on mute? Yeah. Hold on. Show going great. You guys just don't notice. Thank you for your attention. Turn the volume down. Okay. There we go. All right. Down. Okay. Good. Welcome, you guys. Hey. Oh man, this is one of the best shows I've ever done, actually. So, there we go. Pan's getting hot. That's going great. Okay, skip the mic. You can't. It's all right. Let's hear it for whatever. Okay, good. That's as much as it deserves. All right. Pancake batter. We pour it in like this. Pour in some pancake batter, and then we wait for it to cook. Okay, thank you, sir. Or we can do something. You guys want to see something? Come on, yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, I have 5 balls. 5 balls. I'm gonna, yeah, real funny until you have to ride a bike, miss. I'm gonna juggle all 5 balls for you guys, one at a time. Yeah! Okay, 2 at a time. Wait, from the back? Better. Dropping it like it's hot. Okay, here we go. I can't hear you guys heckle, you'll have to enunciate more. Usually you don't see 2-ball juggling on TV, that's because those guys are good. I'll do some quick 2-ball tricks you guys don't care about. Dawn, okay? That's right, good job, you're keeping up. 3-ball juggling looks like this. You guys have all seen that before. Thanks for the flash photo. I'll juggle these 3 balls and that blue dot. It's okay, whatever. You're just learning. Okay, 3-ball juggling looks like this. Good. Around the head. Holy cow. Juggling my arms crossed. Uncross, cross, uncross, cross. Uncross, cross, cross, cross. You guys don't care. Juggling in a circle. There. Now juggling in a triangle. There. Now juggling in a square. There's the top, use your imagination. Okay. Here we go. Finish with 3. Go. Okay, here we go. 4. Alright, now don't fake it, sir. I can tell when guys are faking. 4-ball juggling. I'll juggle all. That's alright. You guys don't make too much noise. I'm used to doing library shows. So 4-ball juggling looks like this. And sounds like silence. So we'll move on to 5-ball juggling. 5-ball juggling, very difficult for me to do because I have attention problems. Look at that shiny. Little me boy. 5-ball juggling. Yes. The ventriloquist is going to be mad that his dummy got out. Okay. Here we go. I'm sure you're very animated. I want to be a real boy. 5-ball juggling. Yeah! Holy cow! Clap now! It's like a show! Okay, there we go. Thank you for... Birds, the stupid birds. Okay. Sushi a little bit. Okay. These are nice. Razor sharp knife. Just to prove to you guys how sharp these knives are, I'm not going to juggle them. You guys are cool. All right, where's Jake? Where's Jacob? You're almost, Jake. You wish. Jake, all right. Jake, here, I'll just do a quick gift for you. What's your favorite animal?
A Jacopotamus.
A Jacopotamus. Okay, a Jacopotamus. That's like a hippopotamus, right?
Yeah.
Put on a snowboard or something? Okay, so it has a nose, big teeth. There we go. And then mouth. Like that. This is easy. And then an extra leg coming out of the head. Stem cell research. There we go, another leg. Some people do this with balloons, but that's artistic. It's a Jacopotamus! Yay! There you go, good job.
You're wasting fiber.
Here's a t-shirt for you too. I love pancakes. There you go. All right. All right, great. The pancakes cooking coming up. Going great.
Yeah, I'm already
That's how it's done, bar mitzvah. Are you okay? I'm sorry. You want $1? Okay. I don't have good insurance, but I can run fast. Pancake's almost done. Looking good. Thank you. I got knives, and then I'll do the pancake thing. That'll be the finish. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming to see me. Right. Yeah, I might. Chandelier! Yeah, good call. They speak French, these kids do. Nice. Don't try this at home, okay? Except for you and you. Okay, I'm doing it now. Yeah! Come on, yeah! It's a show! Clap! Clap! I'll do a trick under the leg, under the leg. There are 2.5 reasons I shouldn't do under the leg. I'm going to explain that. Under the leg. All right, you got the flash perfect that time. All right. Everyone hit under the right leg. Okay. Everyone hit under all my legs. Come on, I'm impressed. Every throw on the ground. Every throw on the ground. Shut up. Every single throw under the leg, I'm going to throw right, left, right, under the leg, running like a monkey, free your dream of freedom. Then I do the pancake thing. That'll be my big finale. Then I can leave. This is really fun. I do all kinds of different events, but I've never done a bar mitzvah before, so this is really, I feel like a man. Thank you.
Please don't stop it.
Okay. Please. didn't cut myself! Yeah! We did it! We did it! Yeah, okay. No, don't get photos of the kids hugging me. I can't do that. Jonah doesn't like that. Last thing. Pancake. Okay. You guys ready for the pancake? Yeah. Jake, you ready? You like pancakes?
One opportunity. Seize everything you ever wanted. One moment. Would you capture? Just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak.
All right, thanks a lot, you guys.
Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking now, everybody's choking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, loud. Snap back to reality, oh, there goes gravity, oh, there goes gravity. Choke, he's so mad, but he won't give up that if he know he won't have it, he knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter, he's dope, he knows that, but he's broke. He's so sad that he knows when he goes back to this mobile home, back to the lab, and yo, this whole rhapsody better go back to this moment and hope it don't be ready. It's now the music, the moment, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. It's now the music, the moment, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. This soul's escaping through this hole that is leaping. This world is mine for the taking. Make me king as we move toward a new world order. A normal life is born. The superstar comes the post-mortem. It only grows harder. It only grows harder. He blows all over. These songs is all gone. It comes to coast on. He knows to go far. It only grows harder. He knows he's grown farther from home. He goes home and better knows his own daughter. But hold your nose, 'cause here goes the cold water. He's home.
Thanks a lot. Hey, thanks a lot, you guys. My name is Scott Neri. That's it.
The first candle traditionally is for those people who have passed away. And my mother passed away this year, and my dad when Jake was a baby. And so Jake's going to read to us a little bit about them to light their candle.
This is for my grandpa and grandma. In living memory, the first candle I will light to honor Grandpa Harold and Grandma Edith tonight.
Just go ahead and do it. Okay. Grandpa died when I was 3 months old, but you see, our family believes he passed his spirit and light to me. Loving, kind, and generous, he was a wonderful man, known for his love of golf and for being a Redskin fan. Grandma Edith was amazing, a psychologist of renown. Even when she was ill, she would never keep her down. She loved going to Laker games and always gave her love. Both my grandparents were people we were very proud of.
And so as their devoted and respectful grandson, for Grandma and Grandpa, I light a candle number 1. This is for Uncle Eric. All the way from Colorado, Uncle Eric has come to bring to the party his own spirit of fun.
Uncle Eric has tons of style, just like my dad, but oftentimes we've had.
We're sorry Aunt Lisa, Becky, and Sarah could not attend, but Eric is coming up next. Aaron is coming up next as my cousin and friend.
Uncle Eric, we're thrilled to share this day with you. Bring your style up here right now to light candle number 2.
This one's for cousin Aaron. Aaron is a star soccer player at UC Santa Cruz. When family saw him play, they couldn't refuse.
Maybe we'll see Aaron play in the next World Cup, but there's just one thing that I think he made up.
I have more questions about it, the deeper meaning I dug. Aaron, please explain your mascot, the banana slug.
Aaron, we're so glad you're here to party with us. Would you and your slug come light candle number 3?
Pretty if the sun shine, I'll be coming up to make you, I'll be there to make you mine. Pretty if the rain will pour, I'll be knocking at your window, I'll be begging you for more. My sister Kayla is an incredible girl, as you can tell. In college at George Washington, she's doing so well.
Kayla, we love snowmobiling and snowboarding with you. I can't believe you can keep up with us, but you do.
We fight like brother and sister and do it perfectly too. But I always know we're family and that's our glue.
Kayla, I'm proud to award you candle number 4 because in the name of life, you totally score.
Sometimes I get my head in a feeling so lost, thinking you are. Now, boy, you know me well, said I'm that kind of feeling, that kind of soul, that kind of silly. But when I'm in doubt,
Shane, as my phenomenal brother, you can make life complete. And not only for being a great martial arts athlete.
You are protected. It's an undeniable fact. You're the ultimate fighter who always has my back. Just gotta say that. Just say that. No, just say that.
I wish we had more time to play our drums together, or I look up to your talent and dedication forever.
I hope when I'm older and way past being a kid, we can share a business like our dad and uncle did.
Shane, thank you for being the best brother there could be. I'm so proud to ask you to light a good candle with me.
Shane.
warm yourself by the fireside, and the morning will come soon. I'll tell you stories of a better time in a place that we once knew. Before we pack the bags and left the past behind us in the dust, we had a place that we could call home, and a life no one could touch. Don't hold me! This was for Mom. My mom is here, and I'm so happy to say I'm proud she's here for my bar mitzvah today.
We have a bond that will forever go on, and I thank her for being such a special mom.
Mom, candle number 6 is just for you. Please come up and light it as only you can do.
It's our tape, no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. I look into your heart and you will find love, love, love.
This one's for the Habers. From New York, Kenneth and Adrian Haber are here. I love it when they visit from New York every year.
Kenneth was my dad's college roommate, and their friendship is still strong and great.
They're a wonderful family, these friends of ours. Their kids, Adam and Jamie, are their shining stars.
Would Kenneth and Adrian light candle number 7 for our long friendship? We thank Kenneth.
This one is for Karen. On the helpfulness of Karen, we can always depend. She's no longer our nanny, but a caretaking friend.
Always makes me do the right things. What an amazing incentive her great cooking brings.
In fact, helping her cook gives me delight, and she makes sure I do my homework right.
The caring things you do earn my praise. I give you the number 8 for all your loving ways.
This one's for Pamela. As sweet a person as she truly does seem, I'd like to welcome Pamela to the Surrey team.
I appreciate her kindness in every situation, like helping me out when I need transportation.
Pamela, you have really become a friend, it's true. And our Vegas shooting experience was fantastic too.
I'd like to tell you have a team player so fine, Team Surrey proudly awards you candle number 9.
Even though he's not here today. It's okay. Being a middle school principal has got to be tough, but let me tell you, Neil, Roden's got the right stuff.
A truly extraordinary man, second to none. Mr. Roden has such care and concern for everyone.
He assists beyond the call of duty, steadfast and true. For being the pride of Buckley, Mr. Roden, we thank you.
We commend you for being a man among men. Please honor us by lighting candle number 10.
He's not here, it is. This one's for Renata Dondamus. My summers of special memories will never end, thanks to Renata Dondamus, our family friend.
Remember her family's generosity, warm and sincere, Guillaume and her children, who we wish could be here.
But Renata traveled to be with us from New York City, NYC, and seeing her brings back each sweet memory.
Clamming at Shelter Island and sailing on the Sound, the memories remain. I give you the 11th candle to you.
comes the sun, I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes
This one's for my friends. My friends are the greatest, totally cool. All the teachers love us at Buckley School. The friendship I share with these kids I know has really been important to me as I grow. As I hope they know how glad I am to have such wonderful friends. So I want to give all the kids here to light the 12th candle for all the fun that never ends.
Hey, may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. But we ain't even thinking that far. You know what I mean? So we living life like a video. Where the sun is always out and you never get old. And the champagne's always cold and the music's always good. And the pretty girls just happen to stop by in the hood. And they hop their pretty up on the hood of that pretty car without a wrinkle in today. Cause there's no tomorrow, just a picture perfect day that lasts a whole lifetime. And it never is, cause all we have to do is hit rewind. So let's just stay in the moment, smoke some, drink some wine, reminisce.
My wonderful dad, this candle is just for you, for being a great role model in everything you do. I've learned so much from our travels everywhere, and I love the long talks that we'll always share. How you sit with me for hours is especially nice, helping me with my homework and giving me advice. From you, Dad, I am learning how to be a good man. I hope to be like you in every way I could possibly can. Thank you for everything that you do for me. I'm so proud you're my dad, and as I hope you'll always see. Now come light candle number 13. And as you do, please understand how much I love and appreciate you.
More than a bird, I'm more than a plane, I'm more than some pretty face beside a train, and it's not easy to be me.
Jake, this is the last candle and it's yours to light. You deserve congratulations on this wonderful night. You're becoming a special man by virtue of responsibility and the kindness of your loving heart everyone can see. Your passion for sports, music, and intelligence, indeed, beyond any measure, does absolutely succeed. You dream of saving and being a part of the USA you do, and your interest in the military is commendable too. Jake, I'm so impressed with everything you've done. Come light candle number 14, and I'm so proud that you're my son.
Babe and 8 kicks, all them Marvin K wrists. My women friend get tennis bracelets. Trips to Venice get they winners replaced with. The sun, it ain't even fun no more, I'm jaded. Man, it's just a game, I just play it. I put my feet in the footprints left to me. Without saying the word, the ghetto's got a mental.
I'm gonna bring up Jake's brother and sister right now too. Come on up here, you guys. Come on up here. Jake's brother and sister.
Still I play, star rolling Hovey.
You guys are going to help us blow these candles out.
I want to thank everybody for coming to celebrate. We're going to have a little fun now. So hang around. We've got a very interesting montage here. On a more serious note, we'd like to wish a speedy recovery to our friend Michael Levine, who could not come from New York. He's undergoing chemotherapy for a serious problem. And he's in our thoughts, and we wish him well tonight. So here's to everybody here. Thank you.
All right, you guys, on the count of 3, we're going to blow those candles out. On the count of 3, blow them out. Here we go. We're at 1, 2, and 3.
sensation. Take us through the hours. I won't be fading. 'Cause this is love. Ooh, keep on with the first dose. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on with the first dose. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on with the first dose. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on with the first dose. Don't stop till you get enough.
Love game, intuition, play the cards with spades to start. And after he's been hooked, I'll play the one that's on his heart. I'll get him hard, show him what I got. I'll get him hard, show him what I got. Can't read my, no, we can't read him my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Can't read my, no, we can't read him my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Poker face, poker face. Poker face, poker face. I wanna roll with him, a hot pair we will be. A little gambling is fun when you're with me. Russian roulette is not the same without a gun. And baby, when it's love, if it's not rough, it isn't fun. I'll get him hard, show him what I got. I'll get him hard, show him what I got. Can't read my, no, we can't read him my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Can't read my,
Mazel tov to Jake right there on the drums. Congratulations, Surrey family. Mazel tov and good night.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road.
Hi, everybody. I had a great time. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you had a great time also. Okay, thank you.